Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I want to start out by saying thank you for your service for those of you that are wearing or have worn the uniform of our country. We're very fortunate to have had you look out for our liberties and make it possible for us to have the experience that we have in America today. I'm going to spend a few minutes today sharing with you the things that Georgia Power has learned about having veterans in the workforce and the advantages that brings to us. I also want to take a minute to thank Bridging the Gap for hosting this program. We're very familiar with Bridging the Gap and the tremendous work that it does to help reincorporate veterans back into society when they get home, to help them with housing, to help them with jobs, to help them with health care. What you do is very important for our veterans, and I want to say thank you on behalf of Georgia Power for what you do. As a business, we found out a long time ago that veterans are a natural fit for the utility industry for several reasons. One, much of the training that you get in your jobs while you're in the service applies to the business that we have. It applies to our culture. When we look at employees who understand how to work in a diverse environment, who understand how to work under hostile conditions, who understand what it is to work on a deadline, who understand what it is to work around the clock, and who understand that lives are depending on you getting your job done well, we find that veterans and Guard members and reservists serve in those roles very well. Of Georgia Power's 8,500 employees directly, almost 15% of them are veterans or active Guards members or active reservists. And we preserve their jobs and their benefits while they're deployed so that they don't have to worry when they come back, that they'll have a place to be and can continue in their career path and bring us back all the benefits that we get from the experiences they've developed while serving. We recognize their skill set. We recognize the importance of having them as leaders among our teams. So we participate actively around the country, locally and nationally, in recruiting fairs. We send recruiters to military bases. We actively work with folks who are helping veterans as they begin to retire and as they come off of deployment. We actively go out and look for those folks. In fact, the electric utility industry has a program called Troops to Energy, which several of the major utilities around the country cooperate in. We partner with military service organizations at the bases and in communities and try and reach out to veterans. We value the veterans as employees. We value them as service providers. We value the military installations as tremendous customers for our company. When we look at what's happened in the community around Fort Gordon and around Fort Benning after the last two BRACs, it's been amazing what the military presence has done for those communities. So we try to do our part to support the military programs whenever we have the opportunity. The Employee Resource Group for Veterans is called Military Veterans in Power, called MVP. And I meet with that group every month. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, we took Military Veterans in Power to the Georgia Power Management Council, explained what we do, how we recruit, how we help families transition in and out when they're deployed and back. And in fact, today, we had our Veterans Day program at the Georgia Power Building with recognizing the retirement of Mr. Tommy Clack from the Veteran Services. And we were very pleased to have him there. So when we talk about engaging veterans, we get veterans to go with us to recruit folks to come to work for the company. The programs that we've done for recruitment of veterans as employees, our programs for retaining their benefits, the MVP program, all these things have been recognized. We were pleased and proud to receive GI Jobs magazine's recognition for one of the nation's top 100 military-friendly employers. In 2010, we received the Secretary of Defense's Employer Support Freedom Award, which is the highest honor given to business by the Department of Defense in recognition of our efforts to support veterans. We've also received the Pro Patria Award for leadership in providing benefits to military employees, among others. So when we say we understand veterans, we understand because they've been a big part of the growth and our ability to be successful in providing service to our customers. they're an important part of our culture. They understand how important it is to be available to those who rely on you around the clock. We're proud of our relationship with our veterans organizations. We're proud of the way they represent the company wherever they go. It's a great thing to come in the morning and get messages from folks in places like New York and New Jersey who say, we're so glad you sent these folks from Georgia Power. And knowing some of the folks who are up there, we're glad they're there. They're doing a great job. And many of them are veterans who are there leading because of the experience they had while they were in the service. So, thank you again for answering the call to service. Thank you for doing your part in helping make the community more sensitive, aware of, and responsive to the needs of our veterans when they do return. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today to represent Georgia Power. Thank you.